Hello everyone, this is Chetan Gupta. Today we are going to study about light in physics. First, let us take an example. When we enter a dark room, we cannot see anything there just because of absence of light. So, what is done by light so that all the things, all the objects which are around us becomes visible to us, that we will see. Actually, see, when light falls on objects, any object around us, that object reflects that light, and that reflected light enters our eyes, and because of that an image of that object forms on our retina, and the object becomes visible to us. So this is the principle of vision, because of the presence of light, we can see the things which are there around us in the world. Now let us see the definition of light. On the basis of this, we can define light like this: that light is a form of energy which produces the sensation of vision in us. Means when already we have discussed that when light falls on objects, it is reflected by them, and an image of that particular object forms on our retina. Now let us see some terms related to light. First is a ray of light. You see, light travels in straight line, and the path traced or means light travels in a straight line, and that straight line path is traced by an arrow like this kind of arrow. So this arrow represents a ray of light. Here this arrow, in whichever direction it is represented, that will be the direction of wave propagation. Now second term that we are going to discuss, a beam of light. You see, when a number of rays travels together, that is known as a beam of light. Okay, so this beam we can categorize in three different categories. When two or more than two rays travels parallel to one another, that will be a parallel beam of light. This is an example of parallel beam of light. Then when a number of light rays starting from a point and traveling in different directions, that will be a divergent beam of light. And when a number of light rays, when they come to a point, to a single point, and they are not parallel to each other, that kind of beam is known as a converging beam of light. Okay, so this is converging beam, this is diverging beam, and this one is a parallel beam of light. Now after this, let us see the different kind of objects. We can, means whatever things we have in the world, that things we can divide in two categories. One is the luminous objects, and the other one is non-luminous objects. Luminous objects are those objects which has their own source of light, means they can produce light. They just produce light of their own, like sun produces light of its own, bulb, electric bulb, burning candle, the stars, all these are the examples of luminous objects. Then second one, non-luminous objects. The non-luminous objects are those objects which cannot produce their light, means when light from the other sources falls on them, they become visible, like earth, moon also is an example of non-luminous objects. Moon shines because of the light falls from sun on it, therefore moon is not a luminous object, it is a non-luminous object because it doesn't have its own source of light. Then trees, books, and whatever material we have around us which cannot produce its light of its own, that is known as non-luminous, that are known as non-luminous objects. Now fifth thing that we are going to discuss in the terms related to light, that is rectilinear propagation of light. You see, we know that light travels in a straight line, so that straight line traveling, that traveling of light in a straight line is known as the rectilinear propagation of light. Okay, so these 5 terms we discussed in the series of that luminous and non-luminous object. I forgot to show you the pictures. Like this is sun, which produces its own light, that is therefore it is luminous object. Electric bulb, that also is a luminous object. A burning candle, that also is a luminous object. Non-luminous objects, moon and whatever things around us we can see which cannot produce their own light, that are known as non-luminous objects. Okay, so these are the examples of different luminous and non-luminous objects. These 5 terms we have discussed. One more term I would like to discuss with you in this, that term is the types of medium. Okay, medium, what is a medium? Actually, see, when light travels, it travels in different medium here on earth. So that medium we can categorize in 3 different categories. First one is transparent medium. Second one, the translucent mediums and media, and third one is opaque. By the way, light does not require any medium to travel, means it can travel in both, in a medium also and in a place where medium is not there. In both because light they are electromagnetic waves, and electromagnetic waves does not require any medium. Okay, but here we are on earth, whatever experiments or whatever things we do with light, they are conducted in mediums only. So we have 3 different kinds of medium. Transparent medium, in this we can see glass. Glass is a very good example of transparent medium, means a medium through which light can travel, light can pass without any hurdle. Then translucent objects, translucent media or medium is a medium in which the light can pass through it partially, light cannot pass through it completely. One example we can take of this, that a paper on which oil is there, means a paper which is dipped in oil, that is a butter paper we can say. Butter paper is a very good example of translucent media or medium. Then third one is opaque media. Opaque media or medium are those medium in which through which light cannot pass, means the image, a complete image of these media will form when light falls on them. The examples are any like wood or some stone or some material like gold we can say, or iron we can say, or books we can say, means their image will form, light will not be able to pass through them. So these are the 3 different kinds of media. So children, we discussed about the introduction of light and various terms related to light and different kinds of media. Thank you.